retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No pain for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. No pain for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here, joined by Scarpskanko, Shroomzy and Lotus as we bring you day 2 of Group D. We are going to be dealing with the first match, Primordial Vanguard up against Mortal Crew. So who's going to be taking the victory in this particular match? Mortal Crew, very, very new to us, as we were saying on the stream. It is a Madagascan team. So I do recognize some of the names of the players in here, but I'm quite interested to see how they will perform in this first match. It's going to be a best of 3 that'll be kicking off very shortly. We've got the players ready and everything already set. So while I'm just taking all the time talking here, Lotus, Shroomzy, Scarpskanko, how are you guys doing?
Well, at this point of stage, it's a half face on the channel. Sorry, I'm just hitting up and taking off my jacket. But nonetheless, I'm super excited. We had the privilege to stream, day 1, and wow, what an eventful evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do promise I won't bring my 2 cents rapping skills here because I've got none. But welcome to the stream. I'm super excited for day 2. As we know, Primordial Vanguard is the representatives of in the IESF for Team Zimbabwe. And, I'm curious to see what Mortal Crew does. We didn't get to feature them the previous night because they didn't show. So let's see what happens.
Look at this, they're low-key dissing the teams, but nonetheless, I mean, going to be a fun match. I mean, it's always fun to spend your Friday evening playing the game you love the most, Mobile Legends. And I'm excited to see if there's some new tech the team's picked up. I mean, we know that is day 2 already of the Esports World Cup, and I saw some spicy tech with Savages flying in the MSA, so interesting to see that happening here as well.
It's true. These teams are the Primordial Vanguard. We got to see a lot of action from them the other day at day 1 of Group D, so I'm excited what they bring us tonight and to be able to see what Mortal Crew is capable of.
Yeah, so we just get the ref to know. All right, we have pressed that button. We are heading into the drafting phase. So let me hand it over to you guys as we get the drafting done.
Awesome. I mean, I hope everyone is excited here to be with me tonight, hearing my lovely voice and Lotus blushing in the background. So, I mean, that is pure entertainment. So, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to see all the content coming up. There's a lot of tournament matches up and coming, and also just press that like button, show us a love, leave us a comment. And Lotus, how are you feeling about the draft so far? The Hayabusa first ban, your favorite hero.
Once again, least favorite hero, but hey, Hayabusa getting banned out, I do understand why, because even though he was nerfed, damage reduced, that shadow kill is still annoying. Yuzong getting banned out from the side of Mortal Crew. What do you think about that one?
Yuzong is Yuzong. I mean, it can, if you know how to play Yuzong, it is a very good hero. We had a scrim last night in Mortal Order. I played Yuzong and I did horrendous. In 2, 8, and 7 against the Hayabusa because he was just shadow killing me.
Hashtag
Scorpy not feeding for once. Hashtag Scorpy's first gold. But let's go. Joy banned now as a second ban of Primordial Vanguard. I mean, Joy is a menace. You see her in the pro scene still not touching the nerves. A little bit of adjustments made, but she's still a menace overall.
That is true. Also, speaking of your Yuzong from last night, I must say it gave me a lot of casting practice while I was watching the scrim going on.
I hope you didn't just practice and you actually watched what we were doing, but nonetheless, Hylos also getting banned out, so that's a glorious pathway being able to pick up for Primordial Vanguard. So it looks like Mortal Crew is focusing a lot on the frontliners, so they might have a bit of a squishies that they play with. So YSS in the backline on the junglers might be one of the picks. Otherwise, I don't know, Roger maybe?
I agree with you there, but also the Farsa getting banned out from the side of Primordial Vanguard. Farsa is actually a pretty good hero with that high mobility thanks to the I think you pronounce it as very. And then just that zoning capabilities from her ult.
Yeah, I mean, Faza's ult can game change. And one thing a lot of the people don't know is Faza is one of those heroes. She can both team fight and she can also pick off. She can 1v1 if she has an ultimate, and she will kill you 100% if you're squishy. And there's the YSS band coming out from Mortal Crew. So that's K Squared Sakuna with the first pick of Primordial Vanguard. I mean, we featured Primordial a few times, and I'm interesting to see Bind Crusher being able to play. I mean, he loves that Roger, so we might see him swap out for that.
But speaking of Bind Crusher, he was also extremely brilliant on that export from the other day. But Casper Lee picking up the Zetian.
So there's a big debate currently going on against Zetian versus Faza, because, I mean, Zetian's counter is long-range assault, so Faza has that, but Faza can be cancelled by the Zetian's constant poke, knockback, stun, and everything. So it's still interesting to see how that meta is going, but Hunter being picked up as the first pick of Mortal Crew with a Terizla. So a lot of pick-off already and sustained potential, so currently it's looking very good for Mortal Crew.
That is true. But other LRD Alpha showing us either the Gusion or the Lancelot.
I mean, Lord Alpha is crazy. He had some good gameplay currently, and I see him often in the 5-man scene. So he's just showing us skins. He's trolling, he's not picking, he's swapping out. But, oh no, he's going for the Julian. Julian is actually his main hero. He reached top South Africa with that Julian last season, so that's going to be good if we see that Julian gameplay in that lobby. But Melissa also a very good pick overall against the Hanzo and Terizla. That go-away ult will be game-changing. She will be able to save that whole team if they misengage with that ult.
True. That ult is actually a lot like Zetian's passive. But the thing is, her ult lasts a bit longer than Zetian's passive.
A lot longer. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it's something like 3.2 seconds, where Zetian is just a one-hit wonder. One hit, you're gone, and then you're back again if you're playing someone that has chase ability. But for Mortal Crew, I would definitely like to see some hard lockdown as the Akai gets picked up. I don't know how I feel about Akai. I mean, Akai into a Terizla, that is counter-intuitive. Terizla throws a penalty zone, pulls everyone inside, and Akai just comes in and just bumps everyone to glory, and then, I don't know, they escape.
At the end of the day, I think it would all come down to timing.
And I mean, the skill of the Akai, because as you know, everyone knows Akai is easy to throw the heavy spin and save your team, but not everyone can successfully pin enemies if they are not directly horizontal to the players. But so that's going to be all coming down to rotation, and I hope that Akai changes his battle spell, because Arrival is something I see on epic players, and I mean, we're showing the best teams here in the Southern African region, so we won't be seeing Arrival. I think he still needs to swap out.
And Carmilla also getting banned out from the side of Mortal Crew. So no Curse of Blood, that would actually have been a nice combo with the Zetian.
Experience the
And Grange also taking out. I mean, currently they definitely need to focus on to the gold lane and the mid lane, because there's no hard combos that is currently being. I mean, you have the Hanzo to dive, you have the Terizla to stun and CC and sustain, a guy to pin someone against the wall. So there's no synergy. They definitely need to get some synergistic picks in. I mean, a burst mage would not be bad to take in that regard. So Louis would work, something like that. I don't know. What's your opinion?
To be honest, I agree with you, because, like you said, they have that ability to chase, burst, and to push away, but there's no synergy, like you said. Because you just need some CC. But Zushin getting that.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Zushin a very, very solid ban, and Katsu also taken out. So overall good ban. There's that Beatrix. So Beatrix already does commonize very well with the Terizla. So that rocket launcher, I'm not a pro caster, so I don't know the 70 names of her guns. But the rocket launcher ultimate does pair very well with the penalty zone. There's the X-Borg being picked up in the XP lane against the Terizla, so very good pick. And this Minotaur is going to be interesting. I mean, Minotaur is a good pick overall, but I mean, if you can just bait that Manon Fury out with that Hanzu, it's game set. So it all comes down to the skill players, and we know Bind Crusher is a solid player, so I think he will impress us.
Can't disagree with you there. However, we do see NY Andrew did show us the Vixana, but it's now trolling with the Lilia. I think the Vixana would pair better in this composition.
Yeah, Vexana not a bad pick, but I don't know as well. I would rather go for something like Cecilion that's able to follow up. Gord would actually... no, Gord would not be good against the current lineup. So I would say the best pick here would be Cecilion, or even Eve. Eve would be great in this lineup.
True. But looks like they want to go for this Vixana
Even when all is forlorn.
with a flame shot.
I wanted to say the same. So Vexana, Flame Shot, Akai with Arrival. So I mean, you can't count out battle spells. I mean, new meta coming, meta shifts. I don't know. That's how we felt about the Revitalize when it started first being meta. Double Revitalize at all times back in season 31. It was if you Dark System, if you use a Revitalize. But now it's meta. That's how the meta shifts begin. But notice, looking at draft alone, which team would you favor a little bit more?
Primordial Vanguard, definitely. They have more CC and teamfight capabilities. Mortal Crew does have as well, but I just prefer the Primordial Vanguard's draft. How about you?
Agreed 100%. I mean, they have the flickers, they have the CC, they have the follow-up, backline dive. All in all, good draft overall. But now the question is, both of us are favoring Primordial Vanguard, but let's hear from the 2 cents himself, Mr. Skarpskenkel. What do you think about the drafts?
What I've got to say about the draft is, let's say your fellow team member who I got to the opportunity to play against in the gold lane. Scarp's positioning was brilliant in the team fights, but nonetheless, hashtag deleted Shroomsy 3 times. Nonetheless, if I have to answer your question right, I am favoring Primordial Vanguard just due to the fact with the set potential and as well as the follow-up damage and the follow-up initiation. But nonetheless, we are into this first matchup in this best of 3 series. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like, share and subscribe button and get your votes in. And let's see what these 2 teams will bring us in this first match of the evening, as we do see Minnow gets that engagement onto Akai. Akai barely escaping with 1 HP, but the first blood goes to LRD Alpha with the Julian.
Oh, I mean, what a risky play they're going in level 2 invade with the Hanzo, but then Teresa gets caught out and gets taken out already 2 for nothing in the 1 minute mark. I mean, that was crazy risky plays, and they definitely got punished for being out of position. I mean, going for that level 2 invade, you definitely need full synergy with the team to be able to pull that off. Once again, the engagement onto RJ, they don't have a lack of time on this Hanzo, I have to say.
Rematch accepted as Melissa gets the kill onto Hanzo, but we do see a guy coming onto the engagement onto Bind Crusher. It is quite weird seeing Nigel on the roam position. Quite used to seeing him in the jungle, but nonetheless, this just shows you the diversity that Nigel does have and could bring to the team that represents Team Zimbabwe in the IESF.
And there once again, Minotaur with the stuns. A flame shot beautifully done by the Vexana, but Akai will be taken down. No! He escapes. Hanzo's into the mix with the ultimate. There's the 5 stacks. He gets away, but Bind Crusher also gets away. Crazy survivability. 1 HP escape. What?
Just off screen, we do see Alpha. Expo gets the kill onto Terizla. But I mean, the Hanzo's chomp did not chomp. I mean, there was 2 opportunities But Primordial Vanguard just showing that they've got the experience in these situations. As we do see RJ, that the Hanzo does start the first turtle of the match. Crasher showing to be, well, pretty pesky as it.
But one thing I have to point out, I mean, if you're playing as Hans, you definitely don't want to engage. There's the engagement onto Vexana. She gets taken down by Julian. I mean, if you Hanzo, you want to steal the turtle, you can't go in and try to first take the turtle. They will always catch you. You are squishy, my bro. And I mean, this Xbox is already fed, having a free lane, like a 5-star feast there against the Drizzler.
That is true, as we do see Wellness Short says whoever dies from Primordial Vanguard is a noob. Shame on you, bro. Sis, how can you bring this onto Primordial Vanguard? But nonetheless, the first fill of the match is still up. As we do see LRD Alpha with the Julian goes on to the Akai. Akai does commit the full spin defensively.
Oh, this is crazy. I mean, both teams just want to fight, bro. There's constant brawls going on. I mean, they already lost the advantage. Why still trying to contest the turtle? Take your buffs, gank the gold lane. Gold lane is struggling against his Melissa. He even got the turtle. There, once again, Minoan Fury on to Hanzo. Hanzo gets taken down. But there's no heavy spin, so that is Akai also deleted. And 1v1 against the Sakuna also does not fare well for the side of Mortal Crew. So already a 3-for-0 exchange and the turtle going their favor.
Yeah, so just past the 4-minute mark, I mean, it's 9-0 in favor of Primordial Vanguard, as well as almost a 6k gold lead. This is quite extensively high at the 4.5-minute mark. Let's go.
Oh, beautiful bait out there. The Kai heavy spin got baited out by Julian alone in Primordial, doing a very good rotation here onto this gold lane. That would be a tier 1 turret falling in their favor. I mean, this session also being a very good annoyance. There's Hanzo in. Flecker comes out from session. Muddles is into the mix as well. Vexana with the Eternal gone. And they get back safe.
Oh, but Julian with an unstoppable kill onto Hanzo. Currently, it's 1-0 in favor of Primordial Vanguard. Primordial Vanguard putting pressure on this tier 2 turret in the top lane. As we do see the turtle goal from Melissa is committed, but Akai in a sticky situation as LRD Alpha with the Julian does get the kill onto Akai.
I mean, Mortal Crew is currently struggling a bit against this aggressiveness. There's another kill onto the Vexana, getting caught up position. I mean, with this Julian being so fed, you definitely need to stay back, stay safe, because he can just burst you down. Hanzo trying to just farm up, take his small creeps, but once again his blue buff is being invaded by that Julian, and Retro was committed to steal that mid lane tier 1 turret, also taking down. And I mean, top lane at 1 HP, so that's going to be good engagement here. Full engagement underneath the turret with the Rizzler. There goes the last Insanity, and it's a kill on the board.
Yeah, so we will see thanks to Sakuna securing this last tier 1 turret in favor of Primordial Vanguard. But in the meantime, Melissa got a solo kill onto Hanzo. Currently, Minotaur is chasing the Beatrice, and Zetian Casterly does finish the job onto the gold laner. So 16-0, and a whopping 11k gold lead in favor of Primordial Vanguard. It's just looking like a mismatch as we look at this mismatch.
I mean, that is the wheel spin, the fortune of fate. There's already Alpha with the Minotaur once again. Vexana is taken out by Muddles in that exchange. So, what a play. I mean, Primordial definitely doing good rotations. I would just like to see Xbox just clearing wave and rotating a bit, bro. That Oak is stuck in lane for the past 7 minutes.
I suppose, Bo Malone, I have to agree with you, bro. This makes a title difficult casting, but you do see Betsy and Dash come up to the ultimate, but Julian gets the legendary kill onto Hanzo as Hanzo tried to steal the blue buff away from Julian. Julian just denying that jungle invade.
Oh, Bro, there's 2 ultimates miscommitted onto Natalia. Both Vexon Eternal God and the penalty zone was misplaced. So that might definitely cost them. I mean, with 2 ultimates being missing, this can be a game changer. They can even go to pop the shields, maybe even get into the base. A guy heavy spin being committed, or I didn't see why.
Hanzo onto the Melissa. Will he be able to finish the job? No, sir. He doesn't have that stacks on his ultimate. And Melissa does clear away from the chomp from Hanzo. As we do see, the third and final tier 2 turret has been taken down in favor of Primordial Vanguard. Primordial Vanguard at this point of stage in prime position to end this game very early and should potentially be able to break the record. As we do see the engagement onto Leslar from LRD Alpha, but not availing with that engagement.
Oh, but this Kai and Vexana is going to call out. They way too deep, bro. They got back safely, I think, but they're into the base in the top lane. So if I'm not mistaken, the current record is 9 minutes 27 seconds on the Doves. So if they go into the top lane full 5-man with Primordial, they will definitely be able to end this. There's a Melissa onto a Kai, just deleting her. There's no other way to say that.
Mega kill from Melissa. However, we do see Anzo that uses ult to escape the clutches of Melissa. Primordial Vanguard focusing onto the Nexus. Will they take the first blood? Yeah, it's so close. They go to the record. If they do not engage, Lord Beatrix gets the first kill onto Zetian at 21 and 1 2. Well, this short, just to answer your question, that's Zetian is the lead, but nonetheless, LRD Alpha does continue as well as Melissa. It is currently a 3-for-1 exchange. Beatrix does commit her Bennett ultimate, but the triple off from Melissa has been committed. No Inspire to finish the job. Mega kill coming in from Kate, just turning on to the home zone.
Oh, I mean, this is a dominating game, so... well played thus far by the side from Primordial. There's Melissa, 1v4 situation. Minotaur is there. Go away has been committed. Penalty zone. And she is taken down in that 1v4 situation. Minotaur not being able to save her. Even after committing. I think he committed the Minone trying to save her.
No, but that full spin from Okai just coming in clutch. Putting 2 of the Primordial Vanguard into the wall. So he just well played with that full spin from Okai onto Melissa. However, will we see the context here onto the Lord? Mortal Crew currently coming in here full force. Primordial Vanguard down by 1. And LRD Alpha does get the kill onto Okai. Last insanity has been committed. Primordial Vanguard currently chasing Hanzo here. Oh no, he's switching targets. As we do see Julian against the minion wave, trying to go and focus onto the Nexus.
Target lock, bro, tower lock. You got basic attacks, you got attack speed, but no, you are escaping with 1 HP. There's a gate for 2v1 situation. Sky Piercer. What a kill. And there is Benedetta, the MVP. All 3 of the kills for the side of the Mortal Crew.
Yeah, so Julian just by clutching it out. Getting a Scarfiercer proc, but nonetheless, we do see the Lord, or shall we say, Rar, goes in favor of Minotaur to the side of Primordial Vanguard.
Report Lord Alpha for being retrigapped by a Minotaur. There's the engagement 1v1 and Melissa once again takes the W. So now we're going to go from W's to D's. They definitely need to have the discipline and defend. They're currently very behind on God. There's a penalty zone onto Melissa. Muddles is into the mix. That's a lot of damage and she gets taken down. But Zetian having a lacquer 1v2 situation there also gets taken down. But that Hanzo, there's Muddles once again into the mix. Minotaur just knocking everyone unconscious. Julian going for that knock up, and there's a loss. Insanity taking not another kill. GG's.
Hashtag Loki, who simply sounds like an anime character. You know, those ones that sound bored in an anime show. I'm joking. Not sounding literally bored, but he sounds like one of the teachers. But GG's well played to Primordial Vanguard. Julian Allard, the Alpha, picking up the MVP for the side of Primordial Vanguard. So we will be getting the lobby ready and set for the next match. And let's go. Will Mortal Crew be able to switch things around on the drawing board and potentially get one up and send us into that sudden death round? Oh, Primordial Vanguard. Just continue with their snowball steamrolling onto Mortal Crew and take this in a clean sweep fashion.
Bro, one thing I have to say, interesting lineup here. I mean, we've seen conventional plays. They went for that arrival. It could have worked, but unfortunately did not pay off in that game.
Well, what I will say is, everyone has to start someplace. There's always just up to go. I remember the first time I played in a 5-man setup in a tournament. It was rough, to say the least. You go in there with a certain degree of confidence, and then you realize that playing in solo, duo, trios is very, very, very different from how you play 5-man. It's got a lot more strategy involved in it, a lot more by way of communication. So, well, let's hope Mortal Crew, they can get something together, they can organize themselves. But I know I was listening to the chat and everything else, and I just want to remind everybody that everyone has to begin at some point in time. Just because a certain person or player is at a certain level does not mean that we just go wild and say whatever we feel like saying. However, let's get into the drafting phase. So we do have Mortal Crew up and running. It is going to be the first ban coming through for the side of Mortal Crew. It's RJ with that first ban. And yes, Lotus.
I wanted to say Primordial Vanguard did have the upper hand mostly because they had the draft already won when it came to setups, because Mortal Crew's draft was a bit awkward. But if they can actually use this experience that they have and learn more things, then they might be able to make some big comebacks also in the future games that they play.
Yes. That's what everything in life is about. It's a live and learn experience. Everything in life works that way. So Mortal Crew going with that high loss ban, which is a pretty decent ban,
Drop the beat of the flash.
especially considering how often high loss gets picked up in, well, here the Southern African region. Joy coming out excuse me, as the ban for Primordial Vanguard. They do Joy is just a very, very strong jungler, especially in the early part of the game. And well, we have a Melissa follow-up, so this looks like a definite respect ban from the previous match.
I mean, that Melissa did a lot of damage, also thanks to the Forsaken Light combo with the Julian, but even without the Julian, she gives a lot of damage if she's fed.
That is true, that is true. So the Akai ban coming out from Primordial Vanguard, so no Arrival Akai. Though I have seen Arrival being used very interestingly in certain situations. And to the chat, no, I'm not, giving anybody any particular grief. I'm just reminding all of us where we came from. And sometimes it's nice to have that little bit of a reminder to say, well, this is where we are from. This is where we where we are right now. But always, as usual, it's about looking to the future to see where we're going to go. And I, for one, am very excited to see lots of teams and their development and growth across not just this tournament, but tournaments that will come up in the future. We know we've got Conquerors of Dawn heading out around the corner just in September. So I want to see the teams that perform here. How are you going to be performing in the upcoming tournaments? What are you going to do? How you've learned to work and synergize with one another as we watch the Fasa pick coming through for the side of Mortal Crew. And it looks like hard counter to the Fasa in both the CAG and the Hayabusa being picked up.
We rarely see the Kagura in this tournament, but I'm actually excited to see her right now.
She does pair very well with the Badang. Though with the Retribution, is this going to be a Badang in the jungle? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a Badang jungle. But who knows? We have been surprised before. We did get to see a Cho jungle not too long ago.
And the Uranus jungle.
Yes, and a Uranus jungle not too long ago. But let's see how this turns out. As we do see the Hanabi pick into the equation. So Hanabi is not my favorite marksman in the world in terms of the skills that she does possess. Very, very easily countered. However, the longer the game goes on, the more OP she becomes. It's kind of like a Mia like that. It's like when you see Mia, you're like, okay, it's a Mia pick in here. And then suddenly, the game doesn't end, the game doesn't end, the game doesn't end, and then Mia kills everybody.
But Bind Crusher picking up the Layla. Layla is also a lot like Hanabi in that sense. You have to wait till late game before she can really start helping and contributing.
Well, with Layla, it's that Malefic gun, it's the item that has brought her online a lot earlier than what she used to be. She used to be one of what we call the ultimate troll picks. But she does have that mid-game potential now thanks to the Malefic gun.
That is true. Also, her attack speed after a while becomes so crazy and tanks don't know what to do once she is online.
Yes. It's that attack range of hers. It's huge because it scales with her ultimate. I mean, the more levels she gets on her ultimate, the longer her attack range becomes. Her basic attack range, and then you add Malefic gun to that, which gives you another boost to it, which is a bit crazy. So the bans coming through right now is Rafaela and the Yuzong ban. Yuzong is another counter to both the Fasa and the Hanabi to a degree, because he's got that insane backline dive potential, so quite nice to get rid of that.
The whole world green and lively.
Florin also getting banned. Primordial Vanguard is being extra careful of those support picks.
Well, with the composition that we are in the sustain meta, right? Let's be honest. So heroes that pick up spells that have like revitalize works well with them. Florin is a very strong hero right now because of the insane amount of sustain she provides. As everybody knows, right? The tanky XP laners are kind of ruling the scene at this moment in time. So we are very heavily in the sustain meta, and any support to the sustain is to be removed will be much appreciated, I suppose.
Muscle of iron. Bones
Another
of
sustainable character also getting banned out from the side of Mortal Crew. Get a Getcha.
Blood.
So it's the Camilla pick coming through, and well, Belmont, haven't seen him in many a season. He is one of those first heroes that they recommend you play because of the simpleness of the skills. The Minotaur, I feel, is a good pick because Minotaur is one of those hybrid kind of tanks, has the ability to deal with have that sustain also with the CC as well. So it's kind of like a support tank. But will we see the Minotaur? Will they go for the car lead, get that extra bit of mobility, have the Sandstorm that will combine in with the first crack from the Padang?
Sand rises when I give the word.
Oh, it seems so. And Manda picking up the Terizla once again. If she can land the penalty zone into the fist crack with the Padang's wall, and then the Sandstorm also going into that, that is a lot of CC.
or glue.
Yeah, Glue is reasonably strong at this moment in time. Does have quite a few counters to him, like the Pharaohs and things, but it's not like Mortal Crew would have known what to pick one of the counters to glue up, one of the hard counters. Like Pharaohs is just the most deadliest counter to a glue ever. Because, I mean, Glue was the last pick. Camilla will combine fairly well with some of the heroes that they have in here. So let's get to see whether Primordial Vanguard will be as dominant as they were in the first game, because that was a very dominant performance from them in the first matchup. Or will Mortal Crew be able to get that synergy going, because they do have some picks that combine very nicely with one another. But as we hand you over to Shroomsy and Scarpscankle and they take us into this second, potentially last game in the best of three, well, I'm sure everyone's hoping for a third match. That would be a dramatic plot twist, shall I say. But over to the two gentlemen who will lead us through this next game.
Yeah, as we do see a lot of love coming in from Badang on the jungle. But nonetheless, this is the second matchup in this best of three series.
I mean, I'm interesting to see how this Badang is going to fare. I mean, I myself, I love a Badang. So if Badang jungle works, who knows? I might pick him up myself. And also, the Layla going for the Inspire. So this Layla will be deadly if she doesn't get caught out of position. So interesting picks coming out. I mean, both of them, high risk, high reward. If it pays off, they can definitely do well. But I'm also loving the clear speed of this Khalid and Badang combo. So you were thinking that Badang and Khalid might not have the best clear speed, but currently doing very well, I have to say.
Yeah, as we do see Khalid focusing on to Camilla, just doing some damage, just trying to keep her honest and away from the Litho. As we do see, the first Litho does go in favor of Mortal Crew. This new Litho in this new patch, bro, it's that extra vision it provides. Oh, I have to say, I love it.
But unfortunately, you don't see the extra special effects from the roars into the tournament scene. It's only in the ranked mode, but Khalid doing a very good job just zoning, giving vision, just poking around. I mean, he's the master of poke and escape. Lord Alpha already level 3. He's trying to look for an engage here, but there's no shadow kill yet. There's Khalid into the mix. Beautiful engagement. There's the first blood by Nabi. Badang is into the mix. Beautiful wall, and that is another kill. Double kill going for the side of Mortal Crew.
Yeah, so 2-for-0 exchange just before the 2-minute mark. Mortal Crew definitely warmed up from the first match.
Ah, bro, definitely. Their fingers were just a bit cold.
They're definitely giving a different energy vibe in the second matchup. As we do see, RJ does just poke the first turtle of this match, opting to go for the red jungle buff invade. Oh, as we do see LRD Alpha Hayabusa lagging out, so the pause will be in. Let me just check with admin what is going on, and we should continue this shortly.
I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. This aggressiveness coming out from the side of RJ on that Badang is currently changing the course of the game. So, beautiful engagement this far. The turtle is up, and I mean, Teresa, as you can see, also having a very, very splendid time against that Glue, just being able to knock him out of with that big hammer.
How many pounds would you guess is that hammer? How many pounds do you think it weighs?
He's walking with it, dragging on the ground, so that's easily like 20 pounds, I would say. I mean, a 5 pound you can do with one hand, so it might be even heavier. I mean, he is buff, so let's go 50-pound hammer. And I mean, if Teresa walks in, it's definitely hammer time, bro.
Well, like I said, they do have a decent set of combo skills here. I mean, you can land the Feathered Air Strike into the first crack, into the penalty zone, into the Sandstorm. Lots of things combine with one another, though a lot of this will depend on how well they can deal with the gold lane. Layla picking up the Inspire, not having that escape ability, will that prove to be deadly? Will that extra bit of aggression that they want to have play in their favor? Who knows? Let's get into the match once again to find out.
As we do see that first crack from Badang onto Hayabusa, forcing Hayabusa to flicker out and stealing the red buff away from Hayabusa. But this Badang with the walls currently proving to be very much pesky onto Primordial Vanguard.
Well, it's also a damage Badang, so if they... Wow, beautiful Kagura MVP with a double kill. What a crazy umbrella tricks.
As we do see both teams does go onto the Turtle. Turtle does go in favor of Primordial Vanguard. Glue with the grab onto, Faza and just taking her down, but the engagement does continue onto the Teresla as Manda has been eliminated. Currently, 2-0 exchange in favor of Primordial Vanguard, picking up the first Turtle of this match.
Definitely game changer, yeah. But this Layla's going to get punished. There's a sandstorm here. Will Nabi follow up? That's the kill for Nabi. The next one we mentioned. So Layla with Inspire can do a lot of damage, but she is so squishy and targetable with not having that extra mobility to save in thicker situations.
Well, especially going up against an Hanabi. I mean, it's going to be a difficult time, especially early game, whilst you're still fighting all for your lane, trying to get that gold advantage. But we do see the wall coming in from Badang onto Black Sky, but Hayabusa's into the mix. The first crack coming in from Badang, and he does finish off Hayabusa. Black Sky on the Camilla, just barely escaping the feathered airstrike coming in from Faza.
But there's the engagement onto her now because blood onto one, but she's sustainable, surviving barely. But that's a kill. But Bind Crusher taken very low. Badang is into the mix, so they definitely need to fall back. Black Sky being left alone, half HP Camilla barely escaping.
Oh, Khalid with the sandstorm onto Layla. Layla gets taken down by the Badang, but the Kagura does get the return onto Badang. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange at this point of stage. Feather strike coming in from Faza. Just so close to tapping the Kagura and sending her back to the base. Well, she is sent back to the base. She needs to retreat and heal up.
Yeah, but a very aggressive rotation coming on out from the Teresla, leaving Sakuna alone. So luckily the gold shield was still up, but I mean, at least Sakuna got a bit of gold back now, currently in the level lead against the Explainers. Beautiful shadow kill onto that Faza, as we mentioned, Hansa Higher being one of the direct counters to the Faza.
Indeed, so as we do see the grab onto Teresla, Glue with the fallback. Will we see the Teresla fall here by the Glue? So close, so low. So, Teresla survives, but Kagura will come and finish. Never mind. Glue does finish the job. Camilla just starting up Teresla at the right point of stage. So 1-for-0 exchange going to Primordial Vanguard once more. So just before the 6-minute mark, it is 8-5 kills in favor of Primordial Vanguard.
Oh, beautiful. Barely escaped. There's a Kagura with the ult. Almost taking down both the Khalid and the Faza. So this Kagura is currently on point. If she can get a combos on point, that would be the game changer. But they have to watch out for this Badang. Sky Pistol's already up and running there.
Well, first tier 1 turret going in favor of Primordial Vanguard. As we do see, Badang does get directly onto the second turtle of this match. But the engagement onto Khalid. Will they be able to catch him? As we do see he's on his number. Shadow kill coming in from Hayabusa. So close. As we do see that heal coming up from Khalid, and Layla comes in and gets that blast onto Khalid. However, shutdown kill coming in from Badang. The response from Katie Sakuna with the glue onto Badang. As we do see that knockup coming in from Teresla. Kill onto Black Sky. It is a 2-for-2 exchange. Will Bind Crusher with the Layla be able to get the return here? Oh, she takes damage from Hanabi.
Oh, beautiful. Hansa going for the beautiful split pusher. We might see it here. Want to know Khalid will be in time for that one. So overall, good engagement going for both teams, and that Glue doing a beautiful job going for that buff still. But and he gets it. Nabi not being able to save that Badang's blue buff.
Just past the 7-minute mark, we do see a 2k gold lead in favor. Make that a 3k gold lead in favor of Primordial Vanguard. Khalid providing vision and onto Kagura. But no avail. No follow-up.
I have to say, this is a complete 180 to what we saw the first game. Mortal Crew doing very well, having that synergy they lacked in the first game. There's the engagement. Kagura gets it. Faza taken down, but Gloon in a lot of danger. He will get taken down. That's a kill from the side of the Hanabi. But Dang not being able to engage that. Camilla doing a beautiful job zoning. There's Khalid into the mix. Will he get the knock-up? Will he get the stuns? He's trying to get onto the Layla, but she gets safe.
Well, as we do see that cash blood coming in from Camilla, finishes the job onto Hanabi. But we do see the first crack coming in from RJ on the Badang as the feather airstrike into the mix as well, nearly catching Kagura. Will we see that magic? No, damage coming through. No, Kagura is definitely out of harm's way with 1 HP. So that was a 2-for-nothing exchange in favor of Primordial Vanguard. Roar just spawned up.
No, I have to say, and there Khalid gets taken out, get caught up out of position and gets punished. But one thing I have to mention, that lethal ignition also almost coming in clutch onto that Kagura. If they got that shutdown kill, they would got the goal they were missing currently, and maybe even made the comeback yesterday. It was like just scouting out, trying to get a beautiful penalty zone for his teammates, but rather does not overcommit. But this Kagura's camping is beautiful in that bush.
Yeah, so we do see Hayabusa picking up that Skypiece. No stacks just yet, but the Dang rocking the Skypiece as well with 11 stacks. Dang needs to be respected going into team fights. As we do see Layla just providing all of that damage. Hayabusa gets the kill to Resla off screen and the top lane blue with the split. 1, 2, 3. The Layla does finish off Khalid. And oh my word, that's a 4-for-9 change in favor of Primordial Vanguard. Camilla currently split pushing, just picking up a tier 2 turret in the top lane.
For the Salazar's getting caught up position. There goes the feather airstrike, but that's a 4v1 situation. So at the 9-minute 40-second mark, already Primordial did do a complete 180 from the early game, picking up that almost 7k gold lead in their exchange. The Lord will be firmly in their favor, and this might be the Lord they needed to turn this game around.
Yeah, indeed. So, I mean, it is 11 kills advantage. With Don coming in with the retreat kill. Hayabusa with the double kill. Because blood does land onto Hanabi. But Kagura does finish it off. I mean, but Don coming in with the clutch retreats, right? It's this potential something that other players would be seeing. The Badang on the jungle. This is currently being very deadly. But, nonetheless, it is currently at the 10.5 minute mark with 8k gold lead and a storming 14 kills advantage.
Beautiful play coming out there from Khalid, doing the Sansom onto the Lord, stacking it up Hayabusa, and clutch retry gap coming out from RJ. So beautiful play there coming in from Mortal Crew. If they can keep this clutch plays coming and going, this will be the game changer they need. But here's the Hayabusa. Vengeance has been popped just to prevent any further damage. There's a Badang, but this Badang definitely needs to watch out for Layla. Layla is currently slowly but surely getting fed in. A fed Layla is a scary Layla.
Yeah, we do see Layla currently 5-2-7, but we do see another tier 2 turret taken down in favor of Primordial Vanguard. The grab onto one. Glue into the back line, but Badang does finish off Kagura with that first crack. Over Khalid is onto Black Sky. Camilla does get away from the clutches of Khalid. Vine crushing into the mix. Will we see that blast cannon coming through? Hayabusa just popping in the second skill, going into the base. Oh my word, Layla. So much damage. Monster kill coming in from Layla. Feather airstrike coming in from Faza. Onto Black Skywalker. Will be able to escape this? Yes, she does. But Doug trying to get that wall onto Layla. Blind Crusher currently in the danger as Hanabi is focusing onto Layla. But Savage going to Layla. GG's well played. That Inspire coming in clutch in the end. Full team wipe. Going in favor of Primordial Vanguard. That's the first tier 3 turret taken down. They definitely have the opportunity here to end this match.
But it doesn't see Layla. Layla is scared of that Khalid. That Sansom can just burst it out because she doesn't have any mobility. So, but look at this damage. What are we doing? There's the penalty zone into the sandstorm. Layla gets taken down. Shada kill. And Kagura is currently looking for an umbrella thrown contest, but not reaching the right target.
Yeah, just a quick question. Has there been a Savage yet that I haven't seen, or is this the first Savage in the tournament?
The Granger Savage.
Yeah. The Granger Savage and Granger 2 Maniacs as well. So Granger definitely got the MVP. There's engagement. Curse blood onto one RJ and a lot of danger. There's a feathered airstrike just doing defensively. And Khalid just flickers out, but Hanzo's not done yet. Goes onto Khalid underneath the turret, but there's survivability that Prairie throws just coming in clutch. A beautiful team fight. No kills to any of the team.
Yeah, Hayabusa just trying to get that kill onto, well, Mortal Crew, but not being able to do so. Taking a lot of damage from the turret as we do see the stun up onto Khalid. Sandstorm committed defensively. Oh, Terizla with the into the mix, getting the knock up onto 2. But Layla is currently focusing on Terizla. Terizla is taking down feather airstrike coming in from Faza. But Khalid does finish off Layla. But Doug with a shutdown kill onto Hayabusa. Mortal Crew currently in a very good protected tank. Khalid, if the clue is on you. But nonetheless, that is a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of Mortal Crew.
Oh, but this Blue's not done. The grab onto RJ, and the Nub is going for that kill. She's going to attack the RJ, but the RJ gets taken down. This Sakuna is just walking off all the Nubby's basic attacks, but they engages. Split has been committed. Grab, and the feathered airstrike, not doing enough damage onto that Nubby, barely escaping with that Aegis pop.
He also roared the second roar of the match, still being up and not getting taken down just yet. So we will see both teams resetting and are coming for this. As I mentioned, that Layla does start roar the Lord.
Bro, and Badang not being up, they definitely can't contest this. They should have just left that Blue and went for that Lord. That would have been game changing. But if they can get another team fight like that set up, this might be the game changer they needed to take this into a game 3. It's currently a 17 kill advantage to the side of Primordial Vanguard, but the gold deficit is only at 7.5k, so what a comeback thus far.
There has been moments where things have been going back and forth, but Primordial Vanguard will be looking at this opportunity to end this match.
If they can once again get onto Bind Crush and take him down, that is one of the main damage dealers along with Kagura, of course. But if they can get Bind Crush and taken down with Khalid, that would be game changing. Law is onto the base. Where will the engagement come from?
Come get some. Anyway, as we do see, Layla gets the kill onto Hanabi. Over Khalid gets the return onto Camilla. Over the grab from Blue is onto Manda. But Khalid is taken onto Rizla, taken down. Double kill currently going in for Layla. Will Layla be able to get this triple kill going in for Layla? Will we see the Maniac on the Layla? And this will conclude this series. 2-0 going in favor of Primordial Vanguard. And then just before I go further, Vandra Siang, bro, this is a big no-no. No toxicity in the chat. Keep it to yourself. If you ain't got nothing good to say, keep it for yourself, please. But nonetheless, Primordial Vanguard taking this series, and then Layla Bind Crusher, also known as Nigel, the head of MSA for this season, picking up a Savage and a Maniac with the Layla with the Spyro. So GG's well played.
I mean, this is only the second Savage we saw. We saw a few Granger Maniacs, but this is a beautiful. Having Layla Savage as the second Savage of the MSA Cup is clutch.
But Mortal Crew did a good job this time. With the drafts being a lot more equal, they were able to keep the match going back and forth until around the 8-minute mark. Then Primordial Vanguard got ahead again. Then around the 13-minute mark, when Layla died again. Mortal Crew was about to make a comeback if they did not chase that glue.
I mean, good
What-
games on both
what are your
teams, but
thoughts on that match?
GG's to Primordial for taking that clutch dub in a 2-0 fashion.
Well, it was interesting. That's all I can say. It was interesting. The picks, the combinations, not what we usually expect, right? I do understand, right? However, as we were saying, right, you got to start somewhere. You got to go up and grow and improve. It was, I suppose, a learning experience for Mortal Crew, and I will expect to see them in future tournaments and get to show us what they are capable of, how they're going to be improving and growing and learning from this particular match. They had some moments in there where, like, especially around that second turtle where they took the fight. Again, you can see the newness of the team showing, and you won the team fight. It was 3-4, I think it was a 3-4-1 exchange. You had the opportunity to take the Lord, and it just goes to show how much discipline plays a part in any gameplay. I mean, we notice it across, especially our side, because we're in the caster's seat. Sadly, we don't get to sit in the player's seat very often, which is kind of upsetting when you're a gamer. You don't get to press the buttons, you just get to look at the buttons being pressed. But we notice this across many games. It's like the team that wins the most is the team that shows the most amount of discipline in terms of your decision making, when to engage, when not to engage, and also other aspects like how to set up an engagement. Well, for instance, like making sure your waves are managed properly, using the wave push, slow pushes, etc. in order to create the space to create an engagement. We will see a lot of that as the tournament progresses. I mean, we are in the group stages, just to say this for everybody. In the group stages, we've got a lot of teams. Some of them are new, some of them are around for a long time. We'd like, for instance, as we said, Primordial Vanguard is a very good team. They represent the country of Zimbabwe in the IESF. So, very difficult match for Mortal Crew to go up against a team that's as well versed as they are. But as we all know, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta learn. You gotta have to face those giants at some point in time. And well, David did kill Goliath, as I'm sure everybody knows. So maybe we'll see some giant killer teams coming out.
I mean, that is the case. So you have to start somewhere. I mean, if you have to look at Immortal Order's first tournament match, just after we got into the 5-man scene, it was actually on Wayland in the previous MSA Cup Phase 2 qualifiers. We went against New World Order, I think. And it was our first tournament match. We got wasted 32-4. So if you look at that and you look at Mortal Crew, they did a splendid job. I mean, that's not what you expect from a new team usually. They did very well.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember the first time I played in a tournament, the very first match. We managed to win the first, the very first tournament game I ever played. And you know what that does? It gives you a false sense of hope that you think you are gonna do very well. And remember, this is back in the day. So in this particular tournament, I think it was called Enter the Equilibrium, right? First game, I forget who we played up against. We won comfortably. I got a couple of MVPs in this best of 3, so top of the world. Next game was up against, and for those of you who are watching this for a very long time and have been part of the 5-man scene, very next game was Mavericks, who at that time was the unstoppable force that they were. And that was the next game that we got. It was a beyond humbling experience. I don't even know if we got a kill in that game. It was so bad. But it happens. It happens. And then from where we were then to what it is now in terms of knowledge, gameplay, and things like that, it's been quite a significant improvement. So hopefully we will see that from a lot of teams. And for teams, I'm just going to put this out there, for teams who are looking to improve and you want to practice and know a little bit more, Waylander Gaming, we do offer an academy. This is free, right? This is not like where we're going to be charging you money or anything like that. You sign up for free. Now, currently, the academy season is closed. We need to get the MSA Cup I'm saying over and done with as if like we're rushing to get to the end. Now we're kind of excited for the journey itself, but we need to conclude this major tournament here before the academy season will be up and running once more. So if you haven't, come and join our communities, get in touch with the admins. They will direct you to where this academy takes place. You'll be given care packages. We'll explain certain strategies involved in 5-man and things that you would like to know in order to improve your gameplay, both as an individual and as a 5-man squad. So that is always available to you. Yeah, and I think
So, ladies and gentlemen, whilst we get the teams ready for the second best of 3 series, why will pop us up that intro video, and we will be back with you shortly.
yeah,
Up next, it's Anonan versus Mortal Crew. This is definitely going to be a more balanced matchup for Mortal Crew, definitely. Anonan also being a fairly new squad. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Like retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With gods in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With gods in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They pay for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They pay for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Bring them to their knees. Take for their Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Rage is like a wind, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip gods into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Rage is like a wind, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Rage is like a wind, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip gods into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Rage is like a wind, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pay for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. So take for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. So take for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we
Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. This is Waylander with Scarpskenkel, Lotus, Shroomzy, and we are joined by the man himself. It's Nigel. He's abandoned his team in the moment they needed him the most to come and cast with us. Nigel, how are you?
I'm great. I'm just a bit cold, but I'm glad to be here. I'm excited to see what PV has in order. Very, very excited.
Yeah. They've been doing.
Oh, and tenacity. Both teams. I'm gonna be unbiased.
Yeah. So, as Nigel pretends to be unbiased for the duration of the stream, let's get into the drafting phase. We will hand you guys over to Shroomzy and Lotus as they take us through the drafts.
Awesome. So, Wardell having the first ban of the match already sets up a lot of things. We've seen a few different bans coming out, so it all depends on what type of comp they want to go towards.
That is true. But banning out the Joy first, Joy with that Electro Beat's still quite dangerous even in this current patch.
And we've seen them ban Joy a few times as well. So, I mean, Joy is a menace, and there goes the Zetian. One of the most love-hate relationships we've received so far. I mean, I'm still 50% set on Zetian being meta. We've seen her overperform, underperform, never an average performance, but yeah, still finding her feet in the meta.
To be honest, she suits well in team fight comps and set comps, but not necessarily in pick-off comp.
I mean, you can go in like a full sustained comp. She does brilliantly with a lot of chase potential. Pair up with a Minotaur or Badang, and she's actually quite deadly if you know how to time her ult. And Granger also getting taken out. Fantasy not waiting. There goes the higher boost. So no shadow kill for a Primordial again. But Lord Alpha's not here. I wanted to say the Julian is still open, but it does not seem we're going to see that tonight. Yeah.
I mean, that Julian was a bit crazy, but Yuzong also getting banned from the side of Primordial Vanguard. Yuzong right now pretty strong, but I love the mobility coming out from the Yuzong as he can quickly do the cross mapping and be on the side for the objective fighting. Uranus also getting banned out from the side of Fantasy.
But anyway, well done to the Blushing Menace herself. So, Uranus is a very good ban. I mean, he's also still fighting. I mean, we've seen no bad performances coming out from Uranus. As there, okay, I was mistaken. There is the Julian in the hands of Zynaton. So we of course know Primordial love the Julian, and they are built around that team fight. So we might see once again the Minotaur coming out. So YSS being picked up with Revitalize, question mark.
And it will soon be your burial ground.
No, he changed his Surgery, and the XP laner going with the Lapu Lapu.
I mean, the Poopy was just crazy, bro. That Oak was crazy in the previous games we saw for Fantasy. On the Yuzong, on the Lapu, he was just having free farm time in that lane. So hopefully Primordial can just give him a bit of his own medicine and just keep him under pressure, I would say.
True. K-Squared Sukuna also picking up the Farsa and Black Sky once again onto the Melissa. I loved the Melissa plays coming out from earlier, and paired with the Julian to give that Forsaken Light combo. Crazy.
I mean, any small amount of advantage you can gain is good advantage. So this does set up Primordial Vanguard very well into a team fight comp. They need something like Minotaur would be not bad. We can even maybe see a Tigreal. But Dung on their own position also fairly good. So a lot of drafting efforts they have still with the Rome and the XP being open. Scar with the final phase 1 pick swaps out for that Erathel. So it's going to be a tough match for the Melissa. If she can get that Muddles on the correct spot and wait to hold that dash for Erathel's mobility, she might be able to take it. But it's going to be a tough matchup, I would say.
Yeah. But Carmilla getting banned out by the side of Fantasy. Carmelo with that Curse of Blood can actually create a crazy combo with the side of the Farsa. But I think for a roamer, they would want to have someone a bit more sustainable than a Carmelo.
Yeah, they definitely need a bit frontline potential because, I mean, especially against a Lapu that is the master of sustain, you have the YSS that can just dish out damage, fall a bit back, heal up, come back, and just delete you. Erythal has Heart's Claws as the second item, or sometimes for some people first item, I don't know why, but it is very good. Kalia also being banned out, so this is going to be interesting. I would definitely like to see a frontliner coming out. As I said, Minotaur is very good. Badang, not a bad choice, but they need something to lock down that YSS. Franco, brilliant.
Franco is a lot like Hanabi, not gonna lie. But Arlet's also getting banned out. Arlet right now in this current patch is almost as strong as the Yuzhong. That ability to dash around, CC, and paired with a Petrify, nobody wants to deal with that.
I mean, it has one-shot capabilities, but skipping over the Arlot, why do you say Franco is like a Nabi?
Because like Hanabi, all the worst players use that hero, so I have a bad impression. But not only that, Franco focuses only on one single target, whether it be the hooks or his ultimate. It's just better to have someone that can focus on more than one. But Diggy also getting banned out. So they're gonna go with maybe a Tigreal, like you mentioned earlier.
Atlas, bro. They're going for Atlas. Pluto also does play Atlas. But yeah, nonetheless, I get where you're coming from with Franco, but a good hook bloody hunt can change the course of a team fight, because a lot of people, because you don't see Francos that often, there's of course the option, if you see someone get hooked, they don't have a Purify, they get ulted, then everyone tries to save that hero, and then they overcommit, and then you just need someone to follow up and just kill them. But Scott, looking at that Digi ban, says, okay, Tigreal is the game to play. I mean, Tigreal Lapu plays. You've seen the most TikToks. If you go Lapu damage build against a Tigreal, that is GG's if you don't have Purify. And as I said, Purify, there goes Akuno with a smart choice.
Sadly, I did not watch TikTok, so I did not know about that combo.
Bro, you are 18 now. How don't you watch TikTok if you're 18?
Not allowed to have TikTok. Also, I've seen too many things about TikTok. I just do not like it.
Fair.
Killer Pluto showing the Khalid, but that Atlas, Shrimsy on point with the predictions.
Bro, I mean, Atlas is a solid pick, but he gets hard countered with Diggy or even Akai, so you definitely need to watch out if you pick up the Atlas. But Atlas very good in this combination if you can get that Fatal Links. They had no sustainability, no counter engagements except for maybe the Lapu. Tigreal, if he gets caught out, he will be taken down. You have the Fatal Links into the Sandstorm, into the Feathered Airstrike, into Muddles. I mean, that's a crazy combo, but beautiful pick coming out from Yuri, picking up that Zushin. So Zushin, a menace. So Zushin is the first Savage in the MSC, the Esports World Cup. Zushin had the first Savage. How crazy is that?
Crazy, because if a Zushin can play well, especially paired, I know that they also use the Angela with that Zushin. So pairing an Angela and a Zushin, not that big of a surprise, but still not something I would want to go against.
But look at the draft. Which team would you favor?
I would definitely rather go for Primordial Vanguards once again, because they just have that layering of attacks that I absolutely love, especially when there is CC involved. So.
I mean, you love seeing a team fight CC stacked team, but nonetheless, I would also actually agree with you. It all comes down to which tank sets better. But that's enough from me and Lotus. We are heading into the match, and tonight's play-by-play with the final game will be coming from Mrs. Scarpy herself and Master Nigel, the Brain Crusher.
Did he just call me Mrs. Scorpion?
I thought it was.
Yes,
I thought it was a mistake.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, first match in this best of 3 series. Here we go. I am 100%. I remember Nigel saying he's faring very well tonight. I would have as well if I picked up a Savage with the Layla using Inspire. But nonetheless, Venacity going on aggressive onto the Zushin. Oh my word. I mean, Belleric. Oh, Atlas. What am I saying? Ends up confusing me.
Certainly, I see a very good early game rotation from both teams. It looks like Zlatan's going to go for the red buff, and it looks like they're going to make that early game gold lane gank.
Yeah, as we do see the rotations coming here to the bot, Zushin, Yuri just being pesky with that Zushin, trying to steal a jungle away from a Primordial Vanguard. But I have to say, look, Primordial Vanguard, if we're going to compare Fenacity's previous match that they played, right? Primordial Vanguard would definitely need to play this on a slower pace, just to try and slow that pace down from that tenacity that Fenacity does have. Or as we do see the engagement from YSS onto Black Sky. Black Sky barely escaping with 1 HP. However, the team fight does continue. Sanguine Claws nearly getting everyone the first kill from Fazal.
Certainly, I'm very worried about that YSS. It's often underestimated here on the server. You know, you saw that Savage yesterday. I think that hero is just seriously, as soon as he starts farming, it's just gonna become a problem. But when you see that both teams are setting up for the first turtle here, I wonder who will get it.
Well, currently it seems firmly from YSS, as we do see that Lapu Lapu does pick up the turtle for the side of Fenacity, as well as the first blood onto Khalid. Butterfly Lantern has been committed from Zushin onto, Atlas, but nearly closing the deal there. So 1-for-0 exchange in favor of Fenacity.
Certainly, I do think that the Khalid did a pretty good job engaging into that turtle objective, but at the jungler was just a bit too far for that to actually be capitalized. So far, a pretty good start from Fenacity, but I'm interested to see how the game goes and progresses.
Yeah, so at the 3-minute mark, it's 1 kill advantage to Fenacity, as well as a whopping 1.8k gold lead, as we do see Lapu Lapu coming for the rotation here to the mid lane. JK Alpha with Atlas is just trying to stay away from that Lantern. In the meantime, we do see a solo kill from Black Sky on the Melissa onto Arathel. But Tigreal trying to get that display, as we do see the Tweedledore coming in. Oh, but Lapu Lapu comes in and finishes off Melissa. We do see the engagement does continue from Yuri as with the displacement on the Atlas comes in. YSS with his ult onto Atlas. But oh my word, so much damage coming in from Fenacity. It is a 1-for-1 exchange.
Certainly, a very good play coming in from the Lapu. I was very, very surprised to see him in the XP lane, in gold lane. It was a very, very surprising rotation, but it looks like he's actually just deciding to stay down here. What's the Khalid is top?
Well, as we do see the stun coming on to Xenaton, Julian has been eliminated. Lapu Lapu just picking up another kill. Lapu currently 3-0 and 0, picking up all 3 kills for the side of Fenacity. As we do see YSS does get that successful jungle invade onto the blue buff.
Certainly, a very good rotation from the Lapu. I'm very impressed with how he's rotating around the map, just simply out-rotating Khalid. But I think right now the game might start to stabilize as the Khalid manages to clear his lane, and they're going to look to... It looked like it might be an objective contestant. Both teams doesn't seem to be too eager to start it along. Let's see who ends up taking it.
As we do see, Arathel does poke the turtle once more. So this should be in favor of Fenacity, as the Zushin is currently zoning the life out of Primordial Vanguard. But yeah, let's not take anything away from Primordial Vanguard just yet. Second turtle going in favor of Fenacity.
It looks like they decided to trade the turtle for that top lane objective. I think that was a good decision there, especially since they're a bit behind. But it looks like there's a gank down there in the bot lane. Will they be able to take that as a return turret, it seems that they actually did manage to get it. FNC.
Oh, the engagement onto Faza. K2 Sakuna has been taken down by YSS. However, Melissa rotating into, well, harm's way as Melissa has been taken down by the Aerothal. So 2-for-0 exchange in favor for Fantasy, as well as one tier 1 turret in favor to them.
Certainly, I do like the way that Xenotron is managing to stay out of those team fights, making sure that he catches up on that farm, but the YSS is just simply, ooh, look at the damage.
Oh, the fatal link from Atlas was committed. However, the butterfly lantern coming in from Zushin, just finishing off Atlas. This tier 1 turret in the mid lane will be taken down as Zushin does finish it off. But we do see Nose and Del Rey with the YSS with a successful invade onto the blue buff once more, and picks up a kill onto Khalid. It's another 2-for-0 exchange in favor of Fantasy. Nigel, any words of advice for your team going into the mid to late stages?
I think they need to slow down the tempo. I think the mage and the roam are a bit too disconnected, especially with the jungler too. I think they need to have a lot more combos around the map, and I just think in this game the Lapu is just getting a bit fed, mostly because of that very fast clear rotation. I don't think he's been in XP lane once, I just think he's doing a pretty good job of controlling the map.
Well, that is true. I mean, Lapu at this point in stage in this meta is so deadly, as we do see the Tweedledore coming in from Melissa onto Tigreal. Zushu nearly getting Melissa displaced. But Melissa just using her first skill to dash away from that lantern coming in from Zushin. But, oh my word, Fantasy currently putting the chokehold onto Primordial Vanguard when it comes to the jungle objectives. Not allowing Julia to pick up any farm.
Certainly. Also, I do like how they're not necessarily overextending. They're leaving the waves within it. The waves are not necessarily pushed, so it forces Primordial Vanguards to sort of try to get out of those turrets. But I think they can do something with the Atlas here. I just think it might be a bit of an issue because they need everyone there to successfully make sure that everyone dies in that engage, especially with the Atlas being there.
Well, as we do see the sandstorm onto Lapu. However, we do see Lapu dashing out, but the engagement continues onto Lapu. Lapu gets a mega kill onto Melissa. Oh my word, YSS with a double kill. It is a 4-for-0 exchange in favor of Fantasy. I mean, like, what came and did that damage? That implosion play coming in clutch. I mean, just past the 8-minute mark. It is 12-1, and Fantasy nearly having a 10k gold lead. At this point of stage, it's 9k.
I'm interested in the bowls. How was the anti-heal looking? I mean, they do have it. I just think it's just a bit too much now, the damage. I was maybe thinking that they could pick up a bit more anti-heals, but I don't think that's the issue right now. I just think Lapu is just too much of a menace. It's paired up with the YSS. It's a bit of a difficult one. Maybe they can try and get a bit of pickups on the map, but right now, Fantasy is just in full control over the map.
As we do see the Tweedledore being focused on to Lapu. Oh, the push play coming in from Tiger with the implosion. Aerosol with the double kill onto the Atlas, but the return kill coming in from Primordial Vanguard. It's currently 3-for-2 exchange. Will they be able to finish it? Oh, double kill coming in from YSS. It is 4-for-2, and we will see Fantasy taking down the first tier 3 turret in this match. Will they be forcing if the minions are here, they could us onto the Nexus and end this very early. Killer Pluto in a lot of danger. Khalid has been eliminated by the Zushin.
Yeah, I think Killer Pluto was trying to save the turret there, but I think it ended up dying. Right now, it seems that Fantasy is going to look to take the next Lord and then end the game. I just think I would like a lot more engages from the side of Primordial Vanguards. They do lack the damage at the moment, but it seems that in order to counter that, Fantasy is actually just staying together. They can't pick off anyone if, they're all together in one place. That's what they're doing together here. They're moving as a 4 unit, and the YSS is the one that's pushing around the map. A very good rotation from the side of Fantasy.
Yeah, well, bro, I mean, I can't say it any better the way that you said it. But Tiger currently scouting out, trying to get those of those pickoffs, we do see the first Lord of this match will be storming down in the Atlas JK Alpha, just staying in the bush, just to provide that extra vision and wait for Fantasy to show their face. And let's see how this next team fight. They should definitely pull this Lord away from the Nexus as real well. We do see Atlas does do. But we do see the engagement from Lapu. Godlike kill coming in from YSS. It's a double kill. Make that a triple kill. Maniac lead to YSS. Will we see the Savage? No. First blood going in favor of Fantasy. Fantasy not allowing YSS to pick up that Savage. But a GG's well played to Fantasy. That was... wow. Damn. Dominant. Very dominant. I'm sorry to see your team lose that first match the way they did.
It's all right. It's part of the learning curve. I feel like a lot of teams are here for the practice, and that's part of it. You need to face good, strong competition in order to see what exactly needs to be changed, what needs to be worked on. I think that was a pretty good. I mean, Fanacity is top 3. They were top 3 last year, so I think it's a very good test for Primordial Vanguards, and very well done with the YSS. I'm very impressed with the YSS in the tournament. Someone is on the YSS. You know, it's something very exciting is about to come. A Maniac, almost a Savage. So, that's definitely the hero to watch right now, at least in our server.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show as well in that match the power of Lapu is such a broken hero. I mean, to deal that amount of damage and have that amount of sustain, it's like, what do you do to deal with him? He's got anti-CC abilities. He can CC himself. He jumps around like a crazy, like a ninja turtle almost, with his giant ass sword and just dropping it on everybody's head. That Lapu is a menace.
Certainly. Did you see the way he was just rotating around the map? It was just a very difficult hero to control. It was a point where he came straight from XP lane, just ignored the lane and just went straight for the golden gank. Even I wasn't expecting that. Now I was watching the map. So Lapu did a pretty good job there.
Yeah. Frontlining very well for his team, because Tigreal's implosion plays are, in my mind, sort of a counter engagement. So Tigreal would have been patient enough to wait for when the Fatal Links comes in, then he counter engages with that implosion play. But anyway, that's enough about the match that has happened. We are heading into the second game. Will we see Fanacity be as strong as they were? Will Primordial Vanguard have learned from the style of play, the drafting style of play that's coming through from Fanacity, and be able to get those bans in order to change the course of the game and take us into a third match? Well, we're heading into the drafting phase, so let us get to see.
I mean, killer gameplay coming out from both teams, but definitely there is some respect. But now the question beckons, if you look at the XP laner of the side of Fantasy, are you going to ban his Yuzong? Are you going to ban his Lapu? Are you going to waste 2 bans on him? That is the question, the decision making.
That is true. The TN already getting banned out from the side of Fantasy, and Primordial Vanguard just banning out that Joy once again to make sure to low Electro beats.
I mean, overall good bans thus far. Hayabusa also get taken out. But here's now where the question comes in. I mean, YSS was on ban, so I would definitely go for a YSS ban before looking at the XP laners. He was more irritating than Lapu at the end game. I mean, that damage was just crazy.
That is true. But Granger getting banned out from the side of Primordial Vanguard.
Granger's still a menace. I mean, he's had a splendid performance thus far in the MSA Cup, already getting a few stats as Maniacs. There comes the YSS ban from Fantasy themselves, so maybe wanting to change up their comp a bit, going for that ban, not a bad choice.
Yes, but I'm curious to see what Primordial Vanguard would ban next. Would they either ban, like you said, the Yuzhong or the Lapu Lapu? Which one was the bigger problem?
Bro, that's a tough choice. I would say, which one of those would you rather try to pick up or contest? I mean, Yuzong is a menace. He's tough to counter, but hard to reach. But if you have your positioning on point, he's not as much as a problem. But they rather go for the Yuzong ban, so that's Lapu open once again. will we see Poopy going for that Lapu first pick, or will he give Primordial the chance to pick it up themselves? That is where the question lies.
I mean, if they pick a Primordial, but he goes for it himself. I was thinking if he allowed them to pick the Lapu Lapu up, he probably already then has an idea of what he used to counter that Lapu Lapu.
I mean, for Lapu to counter him, not gonna lie, CC, not a bad choice. Overall, CC is very good against sustain-based heroes. Even something like a Esme would be a niche pick in that regard, but it's going to be tough. You definitely need to counter sustain with sustained damage, so it has to be a full clash. You can't put a tank against a Lapu or a squish against a Lapu. You will definitely die.
More than a weapon.
But Zenithon once again picking up the Julian, and Killer Pluto just shown Lilia. Will he go for the Lilia? He or she?
Time to go to the RT show.
So it does pick up the Lilia. Lilia, it's a iffy pick. I mean, Lilia is one of the heroes that can melt any sustained heroes, and not a bad choice to do in that regard. And especially if Fantasy once again goes for that set comp, she does have the Purify into the black shoes, so not a bad hero. One of the more annoying heroes along with Zushin, but Zushin not being banned up. Will Fantasy once again go for that crazy Zushin? Nope, they go for the dancing duo.
It's like blood.
Sicilian, Carmela. Finally, I get to see some fun. Well, more fun. It's one of my favorite combats in the entire game.
I mean, you are a Sicilian main, so I can understand why it's your favorite.
Case gonna get the next.
K squared Sakuna with the final phase 1 pick for the side of Primordial. So I would definitely just lock in the counter to the XP laner. There goes the Xborg. Also very good with a true damage ability. But the thing is now, as soon as Lapu gets that ult, you are going to get outplayed. So the Black Sky definitely needs to play a bit more conservative in regard with that level 4, having the respect that Lapu deserves.
True. At the end of the day, Mobile Legends is a lot about drafting. I mean, 70% of the victory goes to the drafting. But what matters the most in Mobile Legends, that last 30% is outplaying your enemy.
100% true. I mean, it all comes down to skill. I mean, you can give someone the correct picks. If they don't play it correctly, it's going all down the drain. And I mean, that's not something I want to see. So Xborg is a very good pick. I would say Xborg might win in the lane matchup against the Lapu. But once again, it all comes down to the play. And Primordial missed opportunity. And that might cost them a bit in that regard.
You never want to miss a ban. Like, the only people that would probably do that on purpose would be AP Bren in the M5, but you did not want to do something like that in the MSA. Tigreal getting banned out from Fantasy.
So Tigreal, very good gameplay. I mean, especially with that last Insanity combinations being stellar. So I would say definitely a well-deserved ban. He has a lot of utility to counter engage, but then again, you need to watch out for that Carmela Lapu combination, because the amount of chain stuns they have in their pocket is just like crazy. But I would definitely want a jungle ban coming out. There's still a lot of Nozen's jungles being open. I mean, Roger's still open. Roger is just crazy.
Ban the werewolf.
Let's go.
Oh, but they'd rather ban the lady with the tiger, going for Aerithal.
Aerithal. So now the question is, Granger and Aerithal was banned out. There goes the Brody. So there's not a lot of marksmen left in the... We still have the Moskov. Moskov is a crazy pick here. If they can get that Moskov in, that would be a game changer. But I don't know if they have it in the hero pool though.
Yeah, it would be a pity, but if no Moskov, who else would there be?
I would definitely say Claude, very good hero. Even maybe going for that niche carry pick just to purely counter the Lapu might not be a bad choice. But yeah, it's going to be tough for the gold laners. It all depends on what they pick. I would definitely pick up the Roman. I'll leave the gold laner to counter the entire team. And it looks like JK is hovering over the Gatto, picks up the Gatto. So a good counter engage initiative that Primordial Vanguard has with that Last Insanity Avatar of Guardian combination.
True. But the person with a lot of abbreviations in his name wants to go with a Diggy.
Chivalry is dead.
Oh, but goes rather for the Clint, so he was just trolling. My bad.
I mean, Diggy Gold Lane new meta, question mark, I don't know. We've seen some weird picks on the Gold Lane. The thing I miss the most is the fighter Gold Lane meta. Mincetal on the Gold Lane was crazy against like the Ruby. That was a matchup. But the Ling gets picked up. I wanted to say the Ling, but I know not a lot of people love the Ling in the current patch. But he's still a menace. If you can get the Tempest of Blades correctly landed and fast fingers, he is deadly. Clint also a very good hero. So now the question is, Katie Sakuna, is he going to pick up something like 1-1? Interesting.
1? Okay. Not against the Clint. Please don't pick a 1-1 against the Clint, okay?
Well, 1-1 beats a Clint though, not gonna lie. Okay, you can actually burst down before she can get close. But if you can land that stun of hers correctly, it will be dead. And I mean, especially against something like a Ling, you have the built-in Purify, so you can survive. And if you get the correct set with that taunt of the Gachi, you can already get your crossbow tanks online. So, I don't know. It's the best pick they have in their arsenal. So the only other options would have been Claude or maybe Moskov.
Method to the madness and a madness to the method, as my mother always likes to say. So which draft would you favor in this lineup?
Bro, I'm not going to lie. I would favor Fantasy due to the fact only that Lapu is once again there. I mean, that Lapu was stellar. He was dominating the whole entire map. So they definitely need to give that Lapu some respect and shut him down early.
True. I would also agree with you on the Fantasy draft, but mostly because of every single person in that team, not even just Lapu.
Overall, good draft. But as the match does start up, I am now tired. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. So while I'm making my coffee, you will have the opportunity to listen to the newly arranged duo, the first time gold medal Skarpskenkel and Mr. Pine Crusher Savage himself.
This guy just can't seem to be leaving me alone. Nigel, first blood going in favor of Primordial Vanguard. Oh my word. But the return kill coming in from Clint onto the 1-1.
Certainly. I just hope Wayland is here so I can see the screen, but very exciting things to hear, Scappy.
So currently it's a mid lane battle here between the Sicilian and the Garagacha. But Sanguine Claws does pull Garagacha in, but just poking him does give the Lotto to Primordial Vanguard.
Certainly, very good start from both teams, right? I do like that Xenoton is still on that Julian, and we see Killer Plutus on his comfort pick on his Lilia. So I think it's gonna be they swapped quite a lot of rows around. Maybe this could work. They've got a kill in the first minute, which is way better than they did in the last game. So very exciting things coming.
Hi Nigel, can you just take over for a second? Just need to plug in my charger for my cell phone.
No worries. So we see a very good engage coming in here from the side of Julian. Julian's looking to get the first blood. Yeah, will he be able to get the kill for this team? He has managed. Ling manages to out there. He manages to take out the Gato Kacha. Right now, double kill coming in from the side of Ling. So it was a 2-for-2 trade. Right now, we see a 1v1 here. Who wins? Xenoton versus the triple kill coming in from the side of the Ling. But unfortunately, he's taken out by Sakuna. Very good rotation coming in from Sakuna, capitalizing there, making sure he gets that shutdown goal for his team.
Yeah, very aggressive start from both teams in this particular matchup. Gold fairly even for the most part. First turtle is up, as we can see. But oh my goodness, this is a lot of aggression coming through.
Certainly, but it looks like this time Primordial Vanguards are in a good position to start the turtle, but they haven't started it. Ling needs to get the blue buff, he needs to get the red buff, so they are in a good position to take this first turtle down here.
Yeah. So as things stand, Gato does have that level 4. So the Avatar of Guardians available. As you said, Killer Pluto on that Lilia, causing a lot of havoc with the poke damage, forcing everybody back. As Lapu, the monster that is Lapu, trying to get into the mix, wants to get the frog armor off from the X-Borg, but nice zoning being done. Oh, but Lilia overextended a little bit. The kill is in return, but there's Lapu, throws out those kills. He's dancing around. The Brat's Feast comes in as we see the side of Finacity following through the Avatar of Guardian. Not enough to save JK Alpha, as it's Turtle and a couple of kills. 2 kills to the good, to the side of Finacity.
Yeah, very good from Finacity right now. I always struggle with the name of it. At some point, the leader even had to correct me. They kept calling them Finacity. Isn't it Fanatici? I don't know. But they're doing a pretty good job here in the early game. Clint just dealing an insane amount of damage, managing to keep the Sakuna stuck in the turret there, but he is getting that gold a bit. So very good, response from Sakuna. But right now his team is very, very behind. Ooh, top lane.
Yeah, pick up kill there. Quick rotations. We were just watching the battle. Nice spawn coming through from the Gato. Manages to land onto 2. The enhanced second skill from the Julian secures the kill onto Sicilian. So it's a trade-off across the map here by the two teams. So an improved performance from Primordial Vanguard so far, within a reasonable touching distance of the gold. They gotta get those combos going, but as things stand now, this battle of attrition is continuing. Ooh, Black Shoes comes out from the Lilia, but the stun from the Lapu. He doesn't care about the turret. He doesn't care about the damage. He's into the mix. Avatar of Guardian doesn't manage to lay on the back there. There's the Curse Blood follow-up. Vengeance is coming out as we see Lapu. Oh my goodness, it's Julian coming through, dishing out the damage, but he gets taken down. It's a 3-for-2 exchange. Actually, 3-for-1 exchange. It was 1-1 who picks up the kill onto the Clint there in the bot. So 1-1, Sakuna having a pretty decent time on this 1-1. This could be scary as we head towards the late game.
Certainly, I'm also very... Sakuna's doing a pretty good job of keeping his team in this game here, but I'm also very surprised that the Lapu made it through the ban. It's such a menace in the last game. So, but maybe they have a response for it. But yeah, right now, I do think that the key to victory is certainly going to be Sakuna on that 1-1.
Yeah. Gotta keep your marksman safe, fed and ready for the late game as we just check if Skarpskenkel is back and ready and for action.
I'm just going to have to watch your stream. As I plugged it in, my phone died. But anyway, we do see Fantasy onto the, second turtle of this match. Second turtle does go to Nose and Dalray. This Ling at this point of stage, just, oh my word, as we do see the Tempest Blades coming in. But Clint does finish off Garagacha. Segment Claws coming in, but Lapu does get a unstoppable kill onto the 1-1. Kate Sakuna getting taken down. So almost full team wipeout. Currently it's 3-4-0 exchange in favor of Fantasy.
Yeah, insane damage coming in from the Lilia. Manages to take out the Scar, they overextended. So very good response coming in from the Lilia. The Borg also got the top lane turret. So far, it's actually very surprising that Primordials are the only ones with the turrets. So focusing on that objective is good right now. So as the Lapu seeks to go fight X-Borg in that 1v1.
Yeah, so look, I'm going to be honest, right? All the matches that we featured a Lilia in with, right? Lilia, as of late, is doing so much damage, and she does a lot as we have a quick look at the builds. But we do see the engagement onto Zynoton from the Lapu. Will he get the job done? Oh, Sicilian does finish off Julian. Currently, but Ling with the killing spree onto Garagacha. It's 2-0 in favor of Fantasy. But the engagement does not stop. Segment Claws just barely misses 1-1. But X-Borg is left alone to push the lane in the top lane. But Black Sky will be get caught by the wraparound player as we do see Lapu trying to get that stun onto. But the last insanity has been committed from X-Borg. Will we see the... Oh, Scar is taken down. That's a shutdown kill. Double kill going in favor for X-Borg. Oh, my word. They thought they were going to catch this X-Borg. But off screen we saw Ling taking down 1-1. Or the Avatar of Guardian gets committed, landing onto Natalia. But Ling just being able to, with that high mobility, being able to escape the clutches of the mix of Killer Pluto and JK Alpha.
Certainly. I think Xbox is doing a pretty good job of maintaining that XP lane. I think it was a good response to put him on that hero. And it looks like they're going to take the first turtle for their sides. Camilla with the art, but no one there to capitalize.
Oh, Xbox taking a lot of damage. The Faraga armor has been depleted by the Lapu. However, the Black Shoes has been committed from Lilia, as we do see Camilla trying to go for that stun up onto Lilia, but Lilia just escaping the Clint. Oh, but Ling dashes in and finishes him off as Lapu gets the kill onto Julian. 2-0 exchange in favor of Fantasy once more, as we do see Fantasy currently focusing onto this tier 1 turret in the mid lane, but Lapu just facing off against Xbox once more.
Certainly. Right now, it looks like...
Primordial Van.
No, go on.
I gave you the space. But Primordial Vanguard just trying to get that push onto. But do you see the stun coming in from Lapu? He does proc the immortality onto the Xborg. Xborg does get revived, but he is taken down. Monster kill going into the link as the Avatar of Guardian has been committed, landing onto one right under the turret. Oh, we see. Oh no, Garagacha has been taken down. Double kill going in favor of Ling as Lapu takes the last tier 1 turret that Primordial Vanguard had left standing. So map control going in favor of Fantasy, as well as 11 kill advantage with a 5k gold lead.
Certainly very good map control coming in from the side of Fantasy, but we do see that Primordial Vanguards managed to take down the bot lane tower right now. But the next objective...
The Garagacha, the first Lord of this match, has spawned up. Fantasy currently grouping for this Lord, as we do see Clint does start the Lord, but disengages from the Lord.
Certainly. Oh, it looks like Primordial Vanguard is going to try to take down the mid lane turret here. I do not see the Link starting with the next objective, which is the Lord, but I think they have a decent enough gold. Oh, he's busy fighting the Xbox right there at the top lane.
Ling doing a lot of damage, gets a legendary skill, a kill onto Black Sky. A solo kill for Ling onto the Xbox. Orbit engagement onto Killer Pluto does commit the Black Shoes to escape the clutches and the blades from Ling. However, the engagement is continued. Tempest of Blades has been committed, grabbing 3 blades. However, the Avatar of Guardian was committed defensively, but the engagement does continue. Ling is taken down. It's 1-for-2 exchange currently in favor of Fantasy. However, Lapu does get the stun onto Garagacha, as we did see that Vengeance did get popped, but Clint in the meantime did take down a tier 2 turret. 1-1, just slow to come and save the tier 2 turret.
Yeah, very nice shutdown kill coming in from a Xenoton. They're managing, because I feel like they overstayed their welcome in the top lane. The objective was there, but I feel like the Fantasy is feeling a lot confident in this game, so they're not too in a rush to do a lot of the things. But Lane will not have a blue buff for this objective, and it looks like Primordial Vanguards are very interested in contesting this.
Oh yeah, as you mentioned that we do see Primordial Vanguard does come in, but Ling with the clutch retry. Oh, but the Black Shoes has been committed. Lapu does finish off the job. Avatar of Guardian does not land onto anyone. Tempest of Blades has been... Will Ling be able to finish the job? Your crossbow tags coming in from 1-1. Ling is taken down by the Garagacha. It is a 4-for-2 exchange. Fantasy should be able to finish... make that a 3-4-4 exchange, as 1-1 does seal the deal onto Lapu. However, it's only 1-1 left here to defend. However, that is a tier 2 turret taken down in favor of Fantasy.
Certainly, there it seems. I mean, 1-1 should be able to defend this. He will have his ult very back soon. So right now the Lord is busy pushing. Yeah, but I do see that similarly to the last game, the jungler's role in this game is just to basically split push around the map, making sure that this team has that map control and map pressure. But so far, so long, the Lord will be taken down by Primordial Vanguards. Very good response from them. Manages to keep themselves in this game.
That is indeed correct, but I was just focusing on that first damage coming in from Lilia onto the Clint. Clint sustaining a lot of damage, nearly falling in that solo effort of them, but nonetheless, we do see Fantasy just currently trying to keep not trying to, but they are keeping Primordial Vanguard onto a certain set of the half of a map. So full map control in favor of Fantasy. Bold definitely in their favor, and as well as the kill advantage. So Fantasy is definitely going to look to seal the deal here and take this in a clean sweep fashion. But hey, listen, it ain't over. It's all the cookie crumbles. Primordial Vanguard, if they should get a decent defense here and pull the discipline here. Oh, as we do see the Tempest of Blades gets committed from Link. Gets a kill onto Zynoton. The immortality has been procced by the export once more. 1-1 gets a kill onto Camilla. Makes that a double kill as Cecilian is taken down as well. 1-1 is currently hungry for more, but shutdown kill coming in from Ling. Nose and Dull Ray. Oh my word. 14-3 and 10. Definitely a strong and deadly Ling. Oh my word.
That's Jinwoo.
Is that Jinwoo?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Imagine that. What a name change.
Yeah, everyone in this Fanacity squad has funny names. I had to scramble around finding out who the XP laner for Fanacity was. Just interesting names. Interesting names.
Yeah, I mean, well, you did confirm it with the ID, so anyway, back to the match as we look at that. I look at Ling's gold lead. I mean, 12.7k gold in favor. As we do see the Lopu gets the engagement, stun up onto Killer Pluto. Tempest of Blades has been committed. Ling on the killing spree, picking up a kill onto Lilia. Over Cursed Blood has been committed onto. Look at that stacks coming in from the Cursed Blood. The Primordial Vanguard trying to get this displacement here onto Cecilian, but Cecilian does get the Sanguine Claws and allows Ling to seal the deal onto Garagacha. It is a 3-for-1 exchange as Clint does take down 1-1.
Certainly. Very good response from the Clint there. 1-1 was very, very close to getting that kill, but unfortunately the Clint is just simply... he has a lot of damage.
Tempest of Blades has been committed. Lost Insanity was committed onto Ling, but the double kill coming in for Cecilian. Just taking down Xborg. Xborg did commit his Faraga armor with that Lost Insanity onto Ling, but Ling was able to sustain all of that damage. Fantasy coming in here, storming into the base here. We will see that focus. Avatar of Guardian has been committed, but only landing onto, well, Natalia. You know, and she is invisible, you know.
Very much so. Looks like Fanacity are going to be taking down the 16-minute Lord and going to be trying to end the game here. It seems like they are in very good control of the map, but it seems like the 1-1, there is cooking something. The 1-1 is something, but the Lilia might also have something up their sleeve. So they still have enough to defend, but right now it looks like Fanacity has just everything in their arsenal in order to end this game. But yeah, let's just see how it goes.
Yeah, as we do see, this Lord has spawned up. Fantasy currently prepping for, well, the base storm. Will this be like, what was that beach? The Normandy beach for Fantasy at this point of stage? Will they be able to get... As we do see, the engagement from Lopu was committed onto Julian Zynoton. However, we do see that Fantasy into the base. Segment claws on. Forcing her back to the fountain. However, the Lord does get pulled. The Tempest of Blade was committed from Ling. As she's back onto the wall. Shutdown kill coming in from Xborg onto Clint, but it's not done. Ling with the double kills. We do see that Frozen one was committed. Xborg just escaping the clutches of Fantasy. It is currently a 2-for-1 exchange. Sanguine Claws pulls onto Xborg right next to the base. The minions are relentless at this point of stage, focusing onto the base. Lost Insanity was committed onto Lopu. However, this would be the end of Xborg. Oh, it procs the immortality. Sanguine Claws comes in clutch. Lapu taking a lot of damage. Will 1-1 focus on here. Sanguine Claws onto 1-1. Tempest Blade comes in. Oh, that's a 1 blade and a godlike kill coming in from Ling. Lost Insanity has been committed once more. Finishes the job onto Sicilian. Lilia comes in and pulls a kill onto Lapu. So 2 return kills in favor of Primordial Vanguard. Primordial Vanguard putting on a deadly defense.
Certainly, I was just talking about that 1-1 there at Lily, just enough wave clear to survive that. And I feel like if Tenacity had synced their waves, they might have had a much better chance in that engage. But very good response coming in from the side of Primordial Vanguard.
Yeah, so true. And the vision was given by the Link, so they know that Primordial Vanguard is currently just trying to get these lanes pushed out, trying to release that pressure that the Fantasy has been putting onto them. So we do see everyone is pretty much full build, just waiting on 1-1 and Garagacha for the side of Primordial Vanguard to complete the build. But we do see the engagement onto Scar. Camilla does proc the immortality. Curse Blood was committed. But we do see the engagement onto Lapu. Oh my word! Taking so much damage, but no avail just yet. I mean, the Fanatics, we do see Ling. Who is it? Yeah, that is Ling, right? Yeah, that is Ling. Into the backline. Clint does get the kill onto Julian. Clint with a double kill as the X-Borg is taken down. Have a shutdown kill coming in from 1-1 onto the Ling. And this should relieve some pressure as Fanatics is going to go for the Lord. 2-for-1 exchange going in favor of Fanatics.
Certainly, both teams, it looks like Primordial Vanguard's not going to be contesting this objective here, but it is a bit of a risky move. Just one person I want to look at is the Sicilian. It is past the 20-minute mark around this time, and you see Sicilian starts to hurt. So they need someone to at least try to pick him off, try to get him to the backline, and that I feel like the best person for Primordial Vanguards would be the 1-1, but the Julian can also do something in that regard.
Well, this is all. I mean, the later this game goes, right, the more Primordial Vanguard can sustain the onslaught from Fantasy. If they can just get one decent team fight, I mean, we do see Garagacha's immortality is up. I mean, one good set, and they could potentially clutch this against Fantasy.
Certainly, we see that Scar is there waiting to make that very good possible, but you have to see how the engage goes. Conceal use what's going to
As the Lord does storm in, we do see the Avatar of Guardian from Garagacha has been committed, landing onto 3, lost Insanity into the backline. Lapu does finish off Garagacha. Currently, all the Tempest of Blade from Ling is in. Will Ling get taken down? But she does use the sorry, I'm just clutching there. Clint getting the kill onto Julian, but Fantasy clutching this 2-0. GG's well played. I mean, oh my word. Ling. That's all we saw. 19-4 and 15. MVP getting picked up by, well, GG's well played.
Yeah, that was a hectic game, eh? And I saw Scarpy probably needs a glass of water after that game. So much action all over the map, eh? Pretty good game to watch, to spectate. I think Primordial Vanguards did hold their own in the end there, but just the pressure coming in from Fantasy was just too difficult. And similar to the last game, the Ling Jinwoo, I don't know how to pronounce his next name, but he did a pretty good job of controlling the map and the tempo of the game once again here. So pretty good game to watch. So I'm very excited. I think both of these teams should still be through in terms of points. But yeah, very good game to be watching.
Yeah, that was highly entertaining. We got to watch the two teams battle it out. Yeah, it went all the way into, well, close to the 21-minute mark. It's not often we get to see a 5-man matchup head towards the 20-minute mark and get to see the tanky Lord make its way through. And so it was very entertaining, and I'm sure the viewers at home would agree with us in terms of the entertainment factor that has been brought by the MSA Cup up until this stage. And just so you know, this is only the halfway mark of the group stages. There's still another complete half to come. So I hope you are ready and buckled in for some absolute drama that is going to be on your way.
Killer gameplay coming out, and Ling definitely putting on a stellar performance. I mean, that clutch plays with the Ling and the YSS, along with PP on that Lapu Lapu. That duo was just deadly, clutching it out for the side off, and that's to see. If they shut down those two heroes, it was a much easier game for Primordial Vanguard. They did put up a very good show, especially against one of the top teams in the server.
I'll say this much, right? Nozen Del Rey, or Jinwoo as we all know, was practicing the Ling in the early hours of the morning. And I know this because I was playing in the early hours of the morning, so we met each other. Well, it just goes to show what the practice, put in the effort, you know, and you can turn up and show off, especially on stage, which is not such an easy thing to do. You know that, because like you can play a game, classic, rank, or whatever, right, as you're playing, and it's a different vibe when you're on the spotlight, when you're on stream. It's just suddenly the pressure just amps up a little bit. The nerves start to play a little bit into the whole matter. So to perform on a stage while on stream is something.
But also that last defense coming out from the side of Primordial Vanguard, they were just able to drag out the game longer and longer, despite Fnatic trying to end quickly. But good defense, but it just didn't work too much in their favor.
It just came down to like certain clutch moments in time where immortalities were purchased at just the right time, keeping somebody who should have died alive just long enough for that fight to continue. The crossbow tanks coming in from Kate Sukuna were very, very much on point. He was dishing out a massive amount of damage. I think, what did he deal? He dealt around 20% of the team's overall damage for a game. So he was dishing out that damage. Julian as well, very high in terms of the damage output. But that concludes the games for this evening. Group D done and dusted, and we got to see, I would say, the two table toppers facing one another for Group D. So both these squads will be going through. We will find out, actually not, I wouldn't say shortly, it's going to be a couple of weeks before we find out who will be facing whom in the elimination bracket. So that's a lot of excitement and drama on the way. But from tomorrow, we'll be heading into Group E, another interesting group, shall we say. There's some fun teams in Group E. I'm not gonna say what the teams are. If you want to see what the teams are, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, how can you say this? I'm trying to get some extra views. Bait some views on some videos. You can go watch the draw. You can see who's on Group E. But if you're part of the community, right, it'll be in there in the announcements with what games will be coming up. We will have all of that up and ready for you tomorrow. But for everybody who tuned in to watch, thank you for watching. Any final words from the panelists?
Oh, guys, ladies, not everyone all at once, but thank you all for thank you everyone for tuning in. And Shrimsy, I will be calling that the rematch sooner or later. Well, you called it, so I will be granting you that rematch sooner or later. But nonetheless, thank you everyone for joining. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And a special shout out to the MSA organizers and the admin staff and our admin staff who made all of this possible. Thank you. We appreciate this. And well, let me finish it off with this special shout out to all the viewers, and thank you for joining us as per usual. And that would be me, the sheep with a no bleep. Done. My throat is dry. That last match deleted me.
It was insane. I mean, it was insane. Your vocal cords was deleted, but I have to say, great games coming out tonight. And there goes my
Last room here. Yeah.
We'll call it a technical gravity.
Technical difficulty. It was not my Wish.com setup that fell, but nonetheless. With that being said, it was a very great game, and it was awesome to have Mr. Binecrush himself here. It was fun hearing the master himself of the MSA Cup casting with us. It was splendid. And with that being said, my final words would be Skopskenko 1v1 after this.
Yeah.
Listen to this guy giving me grief all evening. and just all because I said his beatbox died. If only you could sustain the beatbox a little bit longer, that rap session would have ended a lot better. Because as soon as that beatbox dropped, I was like, okay, I've got no beat to work with. So yeah, so sorry for that poor performance from me. But Nigel, let's give you the stage before we switch this off.
Yeah, thank you for everyone that's streaming, coming to watch, and all the teams that are just participating. It's not, it is, we always look forward to this stage of the year when all the best teams in the server just get to just show off their skills, on the stage. Thank you very much to everyone that's hosting. It's very exciting to just see all the teams display and have fun. Just that's the point. That's the point of Mobile Legends. So yeah, thank you guys again, and yeah, have a good night.
Don't notice anything to add before I say the final goodbyes.
Stay safe and drugs. I'm a bit tired, so I have nothing better to add.
Just blush away. Everyone would understand.
Yeah, so once again, I will echo the sentiments of everybody here on the panel. Thank you for tuning in to watch. It is a pleasure, as always, to host and cast for you, for all you guys, as we bring the Mobile Legends excitement of the Southern African region to you. We got to watch this final excellent game between team from Zimbabwe, Prime Model Vanguard, up against Finacity, a South African squad. So, as we said, I'm sure you enjoyed it. But from myself, Waylander, and the team, Lotus, Skopskenko, Shroomzy, Binecrusher, or Nigel as we know him, is going to be goodbye and good night until we see you on the next stream.